Smells like wrapped in here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some...
Trust me, this is worse.
Hey, Sam. Knock, knock.
Who is there? Customer?
Ooh.
Who?
Don't cry. It's just me.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin... No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. I am here to Guess it's true. FALLBROOK really is the best-kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand? Man, oh man, it has been a blue moon since I had to break out the Hookham-spiel. A parcel of pure paradise nestled beneath a waterfall within a mountain. We've got activities of leisure. We got proclivities for Sublight owned and run, so you know you're safe while you're breaking the laws. Check in at the saloon to start spending your bits now. You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms... She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise, Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail.
Oh, well, this is certainly a town, I think.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole...
Well, that's awfully kind of you.
Ah, now. You don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. Say, I'd like to... I certainly hope you're not insinuating the problem is me. If there's any issue, really, you should talk... Oh, pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, See? I know a fellow. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the In return, I'll cut you. I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Good luck. And, what's that? My sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels.
No, but Oh, your deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore FALLBROOK was unrivaled in its leisurely pursuits. And now that I've run dry, or nearly so, the fellas have abandoned me back to Byzantium. You wouldn't leave a friend in... Don't suppose I... Can't fathom why you'd go searching her out.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him. Stars, I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got crushed during a bridge collapse?
It was his team running that job. That puts things into perspective.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend. So, what kind of insurance package can I... We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official... Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient so we can... What's the phrase? Pass savings Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to... Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. That policy is almost exclusively for... In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against... Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in... There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart. We try to cover every possible... One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy.
Hungry? No rubber. My dry good. No rubber.
No refunds, no. If you bloody it, you Town sublight owned and run. Cater. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Kath. Yeah, and? Do I look like the city planner? But now that you mention it, we got smugglers, outlaws, mavericks, and Byzantium socialites flying in and out of FALLBROOK all. They're so self-important the way they strut around, preening and flashing their pricey gadgets.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit.
What do you think you're doing? Just don't let me catch you at it again.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. On second, what's your... No, I don't have any... Ugh. If it's only a this here's the ante up. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. We'll both break your legs if you lose the...
Uh-huh. Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls in only nugget of paradise in this entire...
Oh, she...
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent... You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know... Well? Might be I know something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the northern bridge. Might be they sure as shit. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. And if it's one that don't mind getting dirty. But how am I to know whether you're reliable? That you won't ever do. But I like your style, so I'm willing to take a risk. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. Stars, Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory. Owner, and you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me. Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details. So long as Clive knows, hit him where it hurts. In his gut or hit... If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Then I'd say you might care to poison the sissy pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench. Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about... It'll be more than good when you're finished. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be. How's... Sure. What about it? Aside from the fact that I can smell... You mean you can't just follow the stench trail? Once you're clear of the bridge... I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter. I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your... Let's call it a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night. But for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment. Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder. Good of you to finally haul your ass over. Got something that's gonna require... Special, as in unlawful, delicate, and deadly. As to the something, one of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe. I do like your... To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system? Clever! Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though.
Load vapors into a liquid propellant tank? I think I know how to do that. No, I can do that. I think.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. Best of luck, Fixer.
My bit carts are fully loaded and ready to be spent. Bring on the recreation. I'll thank you to check your weapons at the door.
I don't think I like Miss Catherine. Not just on account of the swearing, though she swears awful much.
Self-sanitization needed. Alert. Self-sanitization needed.
Always imagined FALLBROOK would be...
Cleaner? Fancier? Stocked with better booze?
cheaper. I've emptied 14 bit carts in the last 2 hours.
That's because you've got a terrible tell. Whenever you're lying, your right eye twitches like mad.
It most certainly does not.
I wouldn't steer you wrong, friend. See? There it goes again.
Stand clear of Solvent Street.
What do you think you're... Don't make me warn you again.
Can I help you? Don't think we've spoken before. I would remember. Most of the freshies spend their first night in the saloon. Fresh to FALLBROOK, I mean. I'm real friendly. Every day I've been here has been my lucky...
Aside from a close call during my wilderness hike, it's been a grand adventure. You heard that right. Wilderness almost got me pushing up daisies. If I wasn't so fleet-footed, I never would have escaped them raptidons, then marauders, and then that man. To outrun him, I had to ditch my bag. All the bit cards from my winnings were weighing it down. A shame, cause... you wouldn't have heard of them. They're just a small pot of smugglers. Kept getting their spoils stolen when they... So they hired on a merc. They didn't mind my being so talkative, or them being my first... Captain Criley, he does ask me to shut it sometimes. In fact, I probably shouldn't be flapping my gums about... Captain warned us to take care around Devil's Peak. The bigger beasties tend to roam the slopes there. Mid-morning, I thought I'd try FALLBROOK's self-guided wilderness hike, the one that leads up around the mountain. Scarcely... Look for the horns and you can't miss it. Even I saw them when we flew overhead. Massive curved stone peaks if you want to get technical. They're a part of the mountain terrain. Well, Captain Criley wanted to take a pit stop. I'm the hired security, see? They pay me to guard the cargo, but right now it's my first shore leave with the crew and my maiden voyage before that. I can... Right there.
unit's middle name. Number 30, Sam cleans it up.
That's the last of them.
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Did you find them? Tell me you found my my... Just tell me straight. Sprats can always be replaced. Excellent. Oh, this is Search FALLBROOK. Either half the Sprats got loose on their own, or there'll be some evidence pointing to... You want your cut? You get me the rest of my drugs. No...
Get your twitchy whiskers back here! Don't you run out that door! It's a cruel world outside! Close the damn door! You'll let my sprats out! Damn it all! Now look what you've done! State your purpose, or get... Missing? Nope. Nope. Mine are all found. I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Look, I don't care if Nilsson sent you or not. You won't be hurting a hair on any of these sprats' heads. I've killed Back out of this domicile, hands up. You want to dig through sprat droppings? Be my guest. Get your drugs, then get...
Got the goods? You do? I mean, you do! Of course you do! What did I... Right! As promised, your cut, plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Now, if there's nothing else you need... Miss Catherine Malin is one tough lady. Show her a bit of backbone, and I swear she'll like you more for it. Officially, I keep the books for Miss Malin, provide loans to the Byzantium Goldbloods for gaming, and oversee our drug-running operations. Speaking of, might I interest you in a purchase? I'll give you a first-time discount. That's 5%. A shrewd decision. Here's your starter pack and your drink voucher. Sure it is. Wink.
Would you like this unit to tidy up?
We ought to see if anybody's still alive. They might be too weak to call for help.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get... Just remember, I still got bullets. What are you doing out here? That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I know... Nice to know she cares. Catherine had us making drops for some big shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and whereabouts a secret. The Marauders knew we were coming. Rigged the bridge with explosives and everything. If they found us, my guess is they found the client too. Cave like this makes a handy place to store goods or hide out for a spell. And the traps usually... Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see it on the right when you get out of here. If you got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you. Me? I'm headed back to FALLBROOK, just as...
On behalf of everyone who gets the creepies from big bugs, I vote we head back to the ship for a shower. Who's with me?
Customer, all germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. The humidity is really uncomfortable.
Sanitization incoming.
Gotta get over there. Maybe they're still alive.
Smell something.
Incoming!
You hiding? I smell blood!
Fired with prejudice. Detected. Sterling is this unit's middle name. Invasive contaminants detected. Unit's performance evaluation is sterling.
smell here is 100%.
Recycle up to industrial stain.
You got it, Captain!